Tell me,
And what skill would...
you know, when you're talking to people around town, the way they say...
I'm afraid I don't quite...
I do. It's called look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people rap.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in...
So there is a knack to it!
Now you've got me curious. Is there...
Let's...
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be...
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping.
Hey! What's got into... I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something...
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously.
Do you think...
Certainly seen that one.
The same person
Crane will...
Someone...
It does...
There's no question.
by some...
That vision...
What do you mean?
Maybe it's trying...
Well,
That's...
Wait, what if a... And what...
You think that's what it was?
I am mere...
okay,
More to the point,
Whatever.
A string... Soon, I have to be ready to face... I'm determined to save Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This...
A laboratory...
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out.
For the people of...
It's off limit.
being
Strange. Whoever the...
did no one ever
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereign...
The Forbidden Zone... That is what... But now...
Well?
These are experiments. The creation... Code name...
Sovereign!
Wait, that must be the Master Core. With all this raw...
About the Lord.
Think of... Not to mention... In other words...
What about the Sovereign?
Where do I start?
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really.
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are...
But what...
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenin. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns. Neither of... It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised...
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries.
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to—
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the soft— Only two— So what— Was there really—
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen,
But
if that were to—
Yeah,
That's right.
If you ever
And I would be happy—
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have...
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to...
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today.
Now that you know how...
She kept her... If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force... Naori was the one who put that mask on me. It made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, the spirit channeling. This is where the Renaissance...
So this is the place where you and...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red...
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on...
Naori!
What is this?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No.
What we did back then. Not so much as all in the name of a ceremony. The purpose, Sovereign. They linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it...
Linked to Lenegis itself? But
that power showed me a vision. A vision when I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out his consciousness. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to... But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find... Especially since that power was astral energy. In which case, ironically enough, that at least would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent... With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me. That's what I hoped. But the Renis Alma was lost. And Alphen's only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my power. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted. Even if by... Please.
Wait, you can't...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Dahnan voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here...
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Xion, thereby silencing her thorns.
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent... By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have this...
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma... Xion.
It's possible?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and...
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once.
You're right.
I know it's too early to let my... Just hearing there's the slightest chance. Even though I know the world...
No, it is...
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your...
Thank you. Naori and...
Starting with a little game.
Yeah, we've come...
Yeah!
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge...
And they say modest...
Miracles just seem to follow wherever...
How do you know? Now let's get moving. So Naori, she stopped my rampage. But then, I'm so sorry.
You're wrong. What happened? You paid a heavy price for it. The reason you lost your
Is the reason...
The thorns.
It all leads...
When my thorns are... I never dared to dream that... No. The truth about the touch of holding hands with... Embracing all the normal things. I always... Is it really? I'm so scared of getting... What if it doesn't work out in the end? And...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make... Forget... We're going to... A normal... There are a lot of...
Yeah. It's such a... I know. And it's...
You're worth...
I believe...
Good. I'll keep on... Until our...
That's quite some door, all right.
We'll find the Renaissance.
After everything we've been through to get here,
We'll probably be needing—
go for it, Al.
This is it, guy. Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Elfin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
You require a hand. Take this!
Gemini Aqua! Magic is there! Holy Land!
Pieces!
Attack us! In the way! Air thrust!
Try harder!
Magic is there!
Save you!
Glacial Spear! Holy Land! Freeze Laser! Constantine!
It's over! Burn!
Elusive
Cyan Instant! Lightning again!
This one's mine!
Swallow Blade!
Laser Blade! Illuminate the top!
Raging Blade!
Holy Land!
You're mine!
Freezing storm!
I'm not done! Swallow Blade!
Ice Tornado!
Not today!
I'm going to need to use all the power.
Lightning
Swallow
Gun!
Blade! You're mine!
Illuminate the Magic
It's
is
over! Slash! Swallow Blade! Slash! Here I come!
Storm!
Dance in the wind!
Swallow Blade! You're finished!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine! Slash! Now what? Slash!
In a bind?
Take it!
Now you see what I can do!
Wind Astral Energy! Dance in the wind! Air
Swallow
thrust!
Blade!
Those I
Blah,
missed
blah,
mercy.
blah, blah, blah.
Here I come!
Very
I'm
good.
not done! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Dance in the wind!
That'll bring you down.
On your
Slash!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Here I come!
Not on my watch! Here, let me help.
Eat dirt!
resonate with the earth.
Lightning
Swallow
Orb!
Blade!
Illuminate the dark! Magic is there! Hear me!
Here I come!
Illuminate Ranger!
Swallow Blade!
Everlasting dark.
Slash!
Pierce evil!
Negative gate. Resonate with the earth.
Swallow Blade!
Stalagmite.
Swallow Blade!
Setting you apart. Bloody howling.
Swallow Blade!
Lord for the stockpile! Here I go!
Swallow Blade! Here I come! Crush! Slash!
Take this. Rending you a bloody hide. Carved through armor.
In here!
Slash!
I'll just maybe pull myself together!
Resonate with the earth.
Here I come!
Stalagmite.
No escape!
This one's mine.
You're finished!
Divine strength!
Ignite!
She likes to handle!
Swallow Blade!
Here's a healing archer.
Here I come!
First
I'm
aid!
not done! Swallow Blade!
Take it!
Slash!
Dark Field!
No
Raging
escape!
No
Cascade!
further.
Not in your dreams!
Dance on the wind.
Raging Cascade!
Slash!
On
Swallow
your
Blade!
Ready to go!
Try harder!
To the fray!
Not a
I'll
chance!
just maybe help!
No escape! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Blah, blah, blah! That's
Elusive
now!
deity.
I'll be there!
The flame inside me! You're
Lightning again!
Eat dirt!
Thunder Blade! I can do this all
I'm not
day!
done! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Allow me to
Holy
help.
Land!
Slash! Here I come! No escape!
I'm ready!
Anything in armor is all mine. Elusive
It's over!
deity.
I'll heal you all!
Eagle rage.
Need to pull myself together.
You're mine. Does it hurt?
Take this!
Take this.
Rising Water! Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade!
Power won't save you.
Take this!
The everlasting
Swallow
dark.
Blade!
Negative
You're
gate.
fit! Try harder!
Being interrupted. Elusive deity.
Burn in hell!
Can you take it?
Not now, not ever! Try harder!
Sorry, brother.
You do the same for me. That'll bring you down.
Swallow Blade!
Here's the Cyan Instant!
deity!
Try harder! My turn!
Blah, blah,
It's
blah.
over!
Holy man!
Swallow blade!
Can't be happening.
You'll pay for that!
Imbue this vanquish
Swallow blade!
Raging
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Another incantation
You're
ruined.
mine!
Forgive me.
Swallow blade!
Let me help, not loud.
You're mine!
Shield!
Strike! Swallow blade!
Cyan
The
instant!
flame inside me! Yours to be let free! Take this! Ignite!
Light
Take
Astrolati!
this!
Where did that come from?
Swallow blade!
Feel!
Swallow blade!
From depths of this.
Strike!
Wind
Take this!
astral energy! More where that came from! Not in your dreams! By the power of
Now let's see what I can do!
Annihilate each
Swallow
turn!
blade!
Hear
Strike!
me! Flame of... I never miss!
Swallow blade!
Raging storm!
No
Hope
escape!
this will heal you all!
Swallow
Ice
blade!
prison!
Elusive deity!
Only guidance starting wind! Carve now! Through crossblade! Dance in the wind!
Swallow blade!
Air!
Burn it down!
Resonate with the earth!
Annihilate in here!
Can't get out of this!
Strike!
I'll be saving
finished.
this one!
Strike!
Glacial spear!
Swallow
Here's
blade!
evil!
Rending you apart!
Bloody hell! I need something.
You need to be healed!
How the mighty have fallen.
Swallow blade! Kiss up! Take it! Slash! Swallow blade! You picked the wrong fight!
Elusive deity!
Swallow blade!
I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Here's a healing wind! Air trade!
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a
slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman.
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alma!
It's too late. We can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Are you two okay?
Yeah.
Is Volron...
We can but hope.
Those red women.
Could they be the one?
What?
Whatever's stolen, the future's out. We can head them off.
Did you say
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the mother...
If that monstrous form...
Yeah.
So this thing over on Rena.
They have the Renaissance.
Then we're agreed.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to... care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, and not in a good way like with us.
I didn't see that.
Tell me about
They definitely...
So what?
is the most terrifying.
How about you? No. I had just so much I wanted.
Unfortunately,
Both sound
Yeah, they did.
Let's see what you've got.
Now you'll learn!
Take this!
I'm going in!
Now you see what I can do!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And puzzle to me! The abyssal teeth clear for
Take
us
this!
a path.
Try harder!
My healing
Time to let it rip!
Deep, clear for us a path.
No escape!
Ready to go! Denied! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Rending you apart!
I'm not done!
Take this!
Swallow blade!
Can you take it? Make of the abyssal teeth clear for us a path!
It's over! Take this! Damn it!
Shattering to pieces! Here's how one!
I never miss.
Take this!
Heal!
Thanks! Fall back! Flat! Swallow blade!
The enemy feels off too.
You'll soon see about that.
This one's all over!
Elusive deity! Any pile driver!
Take this! Die! I'm not done! Swallow blade!
Now,
Let him!
Here I come!
Air pressure!
These bad guys really don't mess around.
What the? When did
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the dough?
you two?
Faria, Avakir.
Avakir filled me in about...
she doesn't remember a thing.
He told me about Tarnigan, too.
What difference does it make?
Stop, Cass!
Faria, not...
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems...
You're an elite technician, though. You can...
If so, then
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something... But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of...
Forget the Sovereign.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of... That is, if he ever even existed. Which is looking down...
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep...
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest.
At ease. Like by... That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone direct.
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left... Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities or ones.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldaman and Sia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Look,
I only pray the relief...
what you said
It's still...
But...
I can believe it.
But what about hierarchy of a...
I'd say we found some...
I have business I must take care, but not as your son.
But...
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, one in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral art. Things like... Oh...
When I bumped, I feel like me...
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down...
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia.
Indeed.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves. Besides...
Sounds like you're in it for the...
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? For though the memories of the departed shall remain...
Remember.
True enough.
With or without her, we should be heading back to the ship. Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest. Easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Lob.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
thought we'd find answers.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix, too. Like figuring out how to...
That can wait for now.
Yeah.
All the answers we've been looking, the answers have to.
So,
we know nothing.
It's also entirely...
If we come across a kid... What?
Damn! Our course has been...
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepted.
That's bad.
Quite bad.
Is all of this the Red Women?
Are they trying to finish us off?
Flower.
But that flower looks like...
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach...
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are...
Damn it! Haven't they taken...
A flower of a...
With everything that's...
Unfortunately, yes.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move...
So what? We're just stuck in...
I don't believe this. We're watching Dana die before our eyes.
Law, calm down!
Right.
It's still too early to give up.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it...
No, this is different. Something...
We managed to get moving.
It looks like Lenegis...
Do you think we might run into more...
Perhaps.
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile.
Hey!
If they wanted to...